Obviously very proud that, we showed some grit there the last 3 minutes and fought and, kept playing until the clock hit 0 and gave ourselves a chance. I thought we had some real opportunities the first half. I thought offensively the ball was moving. We were turning good shots into great shots. But we went through a spell there where we just kind of traded baskets. Wasn't probably a lot of grit to what we were doing defensively, and then, we're number 1 in the country in defensive rebounding percentage, and I have a hard time believing that's all Ryan Kalkbrenner, but tonight it would lead you to believe that it's all Ryan Kalkbrenner because we were just dominated on the glass.
Questions for anybody?
Coach, the first 6 games, you guys were shooting the lights out, I believe, above 50%. During this 4-game skid, I believe it's 38%. Is it something that the opposition's figured out, or is it just maybe the team being tentative, forcing shots?
I think for the most part, against Nebraska, we were really happy with our shot quality. And even against Texas, we had a lot of good looks from the 3-point line. And I'll have to go back and watch the film tonight, but I thought for the most part, we had decent looks at the basket. They got 7 more shots than we did off the offensive glass, and outscored us by 21-5 in second chance points. That's hard to overcome, and that's been one of our strengths. And obviously we're facing some adversity. We had a 1-day prep without Kalkbrenner to get ready for this. And I thought for the most part the guys really bought into what we needed to do to give ourselves a chance to win. Just need a little more grit, and it's there, and we'll get there. But every time something like this happens, you grow because of it, and I'm confident that this group will grow because of this.
One other category, 38-8 with bench scoring. Obviously, that's something that you would like to get more of from your reserves.
Yeah, they brought a starter off the bench. That's good start, so that statistic's a little bit skewed, and that Williams is, he's their leading scorer, and he just happens to be coming off the bench. But I thought our bench did some good things tonight. I thought, obviously, the group that was in there at the end, Sharif and Ben did some good things. Xander came in and gave us a lift. He hasn't really ever played for us. Francisco, was rock solid. He had a couple shots, 3 assists, 1 turnover. So that's, I thought our bench was plenty good tonight.
Get back, how sudden was the Kalkbrenner news, and I guess how confident were you in, how much time you had to prep, coming at the 5 and Fred King at the 5?
Yeah, we had 1 hour yesterday, really. We didn't find out till after practice on Thursday. So, we put some stuff together. We really shrunk the playbook. Added a few things with Art at the 5 that he handled really well tonight. But it's obviously different. We haven't had really since the Kansas game last year. We really haven't had to do this. So it was kind of done on the fly, and I thought for the most part we executed. Obviously there were some defensive breakdowns. We're going to have to figure out different ways to keep that thing out of the paint without Kalkbrenner out there.
So without Ryan, obviously the offensive board, they dominated, and then that last one, the putback with like 11 seconds ago. I guess how much more did that hurt, knowing that you guys clawed your way back and that was the way?
Yeah, it's probably fitting that we lost on an offensive rebound because I think that was the story of the game. And we did a great job of, I thought Ben did a good job of cutting him off, got his hands up, made him take a tough shot, but kind of got knocked backwards and out of the play, and we were spaced, taking away 3-point shots. So I think we got him to take the shot we wanted him to take. We weren't able to get that rebound.
It feels like there hasn't been a team quite as many times as you guys where you find yourself in this hole with 2 minutes left and you somehow find yourself with an injury.
These guys don't quit. I've told you that all along. These guys they're gonna fight it out until the end, and they certainly did that. They made some great plays on the defensive end of the floor, and then turned some of that into offense in the late game. And Trey stepped up and made some big free throws down the stretch. And gave us an opportunity to win. And obviously Art was a big reason we were in the game to begin with. He was very efficient on the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, can you maybe walk me through those last 10 seconds and I guess why you let it play through?
We talked to the timeout. If they score and it's, 8 to 12 seconds, we're gonna play. If it's 6 seconds, we're gonna take a timeout and set up a full court play. So, we do that in practice a lot when we're in those situations where we're playing those 2-minute games. We let them play, so that they can't get their defense set, get their matchups the way they wanted. And they did a good job of taking away our first penetration, and we made the right play to kick it out. Sharif was wide open, had a good look at it, and just missed it.
How different was this BYU team you saw tonight as opposed to what you'd seen on film from earlier this year?
Yeah, I mean, they made some shots the first half, and I think they've been struggling to shoot the basketball. And, their inside game was more of a factor because of the lineup we had to roll out there. So then you have to do things to try to combat that. Now you give up something when you do that. I thought they played with an edge, and we had them down 19-11. I thought we really had a chance to create some separation, and then we kind of went in like I said earlier, a little bit of a mode where we were just trading baskets.
Do 3 more for anybody.
Matt, you mentioned having the DB too, you mentioned Alexander and whatnot, but I guess as soon as you found out the Cochran news, did you have a map that aligned with like Ben and Reef and whoever else in those final 2 minutes would bring you back?
We just obviously when Art fouled out, we were, our options were limited, and you're probably not going to play Fred and Xander in those situations where you need to provide some pressure and try to turn them over. And the 5 guys we had out there did an awesome job, great job, and they were aggressive without fouling. And like I said, in that situation, you want to do anything you can to give yourself a chance to win, and we actually took the lead and, one rebound away from winning the game.
Art, that 5th foul, I mean, you had lifted the team so much to that point. It felt like that foul was probably the easiest one to call. I guess what was going through your head when you made that foul, I guess, after that point?
Tell you what was going through my head when I fouled. I just knew afterwards, that was the dumbest play I probably ever made, but I live and I learn, so on to the next game.
So, and after going, I don't know if it was 0 for 6 last game, but I guess what felt so good about today for you to get out to that start and be hot for 3, penetrate the way you do, all that?
Man, it was coming to me. I saw the spots I needed to get to. I mean, Coach probably put me in a good position. I mean, I had a 5 guarded me. And it was just one from there, nothing crazy, nothing special.
Sure. And Trey, 3 for 12 today, hasn't probably been the best stretch for you over the past few games. I guess what's going through your mind after this one, and I guess where do you go from here?
For me, just going back to the drawing board. So, bad shooting nights happen. Obviously, the stretch has been a lot for everybody. Obviously, I haven't been shooting the ball as well as I was in the first 6 games of the season, but everybody had a stretch like the one I'm having right now. It doesn't mean I'm going to play as passive or anything like that. So, I put in the work, so I'm going to still trust my game and trust the reps that I put in. So.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.